Good evening, everybody, and welcome. Coming up momentarily here on Speedgaming, we'll present you with Game 2 of the Speedgaming Live 2024 online Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Tournament. Our racers today are no strangers to the community at large, and veteran runners in the vanilla game as well. I'm speaking, of course, of Stewie, Cartman, and TrueHyperMario. I'm Peaks88, and joining me in the commentators booth is the one and only Pleco. Welcome. How are we doing tonight?
Hello. I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
Doing quite well, thanks. Maybe a little tired because it's in the evening, but that's okay, because I'm sure I'll be woken up quite easily with a lot of the excitement that's going to go on between these two seeds, possibly three.
Yes. Yeah, we got two very heavy-hitting players. Very excited to see how they do, especially against each other.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had a chance to really get to know a lot of these players' skill levels in over the past couple of years, and I think that it could definitely one of those matchups that can go either way, for sure. And following up with last night's race, we will of course be departing from the open world that we've been doing for the SMB3 Randomizer League event, and we're going to be going with something a little bit more straightforward and conventional. So just as a basic summary of the flags, all the non-fort stages are going to be question marks on the level panels. It's going to be no end card game. We're going to be starting up with power-ups in the inventory. Hammers will not break locks. World 1 rock will not be breakable. We'll have a normal boss bass. Sun activates sooner. Certain rocks in 2, 3, and 4 are gone. We have randomized boom boom HP, and of course we have adjusted hitboxes for Bowser and the Koopalings.
Yeah, and I noticed now with these new flags, and especially with the league, so many people that might have watched a previous tournament might have noticed a lot of the World 1 rock being breakable, but I believe that has now been removed, so we will not be seeing any more Twitch clippable World 1s in these tournaments.
Yeah, if you're able to break that rock in World 1, that allows you to skip the 1-5 and 1-6 panel, so easily a very easy time save right there, but that can have some implications on how conservative you want to be with those hammers as you make your way through these 7 worlds.
Oh, definitely.
Ooh, starting off with an early death on Stewie. Alright, looks like Stewie was frozen, so we'll get a bit of a sync going on.
Yeah, so hopefully that'll work there. Quite gotta get a little bit more, but should get stuff synced up momentarily, but not too bad of a level to start us off. No power-ups yet, though. Ooh, the hand stage.
Ooh, that was a trolley Podoboo right there. That's not very often you get sniped by the very first one.
Yeah, usually that's an easy jump over, but you know, it does happen from time to time.
Indeed.
I think we're showing very quickly that yeah, even the top players can have a few moments of I suppose pain. And ooh, Kingslayer right out the gate.
Yeah, some of the RNG cycle on some of those Podoboos can be a little questionable because I think that every 4 seconds you get a 50-50 chance of it popping up at any time.
Really?
And I think that there's I think one of the last ones can be a little glitchy where it just like pops out from the ceiling. So that tends to happen more if you're on a bad frame roll when you have P-speed going on.
That's really interesting to know. Like I've kind of almost wondered that 'cause certain spots, especially like 5F2, I found that even if you're moving fast, some of those last ones can always just seem to hit you.
Yeah, and that 4-second algorithm is especially true for the way the Boomerang and Hammer Bros jump as well.
Oh yeah.
As a matter of fact, if you set up a task and then you do pause buffering that are like frame perfect, you can actually have it jump while it's already in midair.
That's wild. Holy crap. Ooh.
Ooh.
I was just about to comment on how they're different, differing just because they have one of them has power up and the other doesn't, and now they've just swapped that, getting that P-Wing there. And 5-9.
5-9 out of the gates, and Stewie can't blame me for this one.
Yep, no, this one was rolled by me, so this is entirely my pain to hand off to the runners.
Yeah. Stewie has is going to this with the Fire Flower equipped, so he'll have a very easy time just cruising along, even if he encounters those fire charms, because he could easily snipe them out before they have a real chance to cause some trouble on screen.
Yeah, a lot less risk. You know, really being able to shoot them from afar rather than for THM having to wait for them to come up, you know, hop down, and then hopefully not missing that jump back up. But TrueHyperMario just a little bit ahead here.
Yeah, I know that they both had at least one death at this point, but I think that TrueHyper's was a little bit shorter because it happened right at the beginning of Hand 2, whereas
Yeah.
I think Stewie was more in the middle of 5-7. So it makes sense.
Yeah, grabbing a star there from the second second pair of bros. Ooh, and a very friendly pipe to finish off World 5.
Yeah, very generous routing right there. And they'll be on the World 4 airships. They'll have at least 2 opportunities to pick up a power-up before entering the Koopa Wing fight, so TrueHyper get this tail.
Stewie ran into the fort there, and I'm not really sure... Oh, okay, I see. I think they had just kind of, you know, sometimes it happens in the heat of the moment, just looking at things going forts, and heads right up.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. See a fort, play a fort. That's the golden rule.
Yeah, I think as Dust says in chat there, definitely muscle memory. Because I believe both THM and Stewie are more warpless runners, correct?
That's correct. They have a lot of experience in the vanilla game, so a good portion of that translates over to Randomizer. Not all of it, though. But Random is good that it allows it to really improvise in a lot of unexpected situations.
Yeah, so I can see that being kind of a thought in their brain of just like there's almost like that click of, I know how to do this, I know how this world works, and then you're walking into a fort that you don't need to accidentally just because of the, you know, rando.
And I think another thing that's important to note is that I've seen some players experiment with the idea of deliberately going into levels and taking a death in them in order to manipulate the Hammer Bros to go towards them. So maybe have an opportunity to pick up, a cloud or a hammer that the other person might not.
That's a really good thought, actually. Yeah, because it would have been really good if it came over. Although I'm not sure if it could have, just because of the way the positioning was. Because it was basically the pipe that they came out of, the fort above them, and then what was it? Another pipe beside them. So it would have to move. Is there still one spot left that it can move right before the castle? I'm not sure if it does.
I think it could have gone directly across the fort, but it would still have been out of Stewie's way. So you make a very good point. They can cross over level and forts, but they cannot cross over pipes or the bonus games.
Yeah. So I think we might have to chalk that up just to a little bit of muscle memory. THM here and the Boom Booms, just a 2-hitter. Nothing fancy. Fort of Love and Happiness, you know, actually being very, very loving and very happy.
The Fort of Champions.
We'll see where this pipe goes. See what kind of niceness the seed is going so far. Not too bad. Still having to do that fort, but you know, so far these worlds are not too bad.
I see TrueHyper was a little short on that jump. Looks like he was trying to go for the clip.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it looks like he might have even gotten it too, if it was just a different trajectory. That different music is really really messing with my head. I'm very much not used to it.
Yeah, usually when I play rando, I just leave it as the default music for whatever the corresponding levels are.
A very nice, easy hammer. Very nice. That will definitely be very very helpful in the future worlds.
Definitely.
And I'll be very curious to see if he's gonna go for the other bro that's sitting in the back. I'm sure he will. You know, there's always a chance of getting a cloud or another hammer, so... You know, I think this early on, it's almost a really bad idea to skip any bros.
Yeah, usually my meta is just to go for all the bro fights within the first 2 or 3 worlds, and then just try to be a little bit more minimalistic towards the latter half of the seed. Because I tend to be pretty conservative with my power-ups in general, so more often than less I have pretty much everything that I need.
Yeah, I tend to be a very damage boosty person, but I tend to not go for as many bros as I should. Just find it sometimes a lot easier just to kind of, you know, try and go through as quickly as possible. And I think THM is kind of feeling that same sort of mentality there of just hit the bros right in front of you and don't go hunting for them.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I have a tendency to just like kind of tunnel vision and just play whatever's in front of me, so 90% of the time I forget I even have music boxes in my inventory. and then I have like 4 by the time I get to Bowser.
Yeah, you just have to use them on Bowser and serenade him.
Yes.
And there's Stewie grabbing his hammer as well. Yeah, it looks like Stewie will also be skipping that bro in the back. Right, World 3. And THM there having the perfect power-up for this fort.
Yeah, that was a very clean flight.
Beautiful. Oh, and as chat says, Peach did give hammer, so there is the chance of a double hammer play here. Once we get back to the main map, we'll see. Yeah, I think double hammer might actually be the play here.
Yeah, I mean they still have to play the level panel that's on the 3F1 position. So I think at best they're probably skipping like 1 level. So we should see if it's worthwhile in the long run.
It's really hard to say too, because it also depends on if what this fort unlocks. Because yeah, if that was Wendy right there in that first pipe, then the double hammer play would have been terrible, just because of I believe locks are broken by hammers.
They are not.
They are not. Ah, okay, so that actually still works out.
Ooh, that was a really truly fire, bro.
Yeah, a little hoppy all over the place, unfortunately.
So, sometimes you wonder if those bros are sentient. Somehow
the
they just
real AI.
Somehow they just know when you're jumping.
And it also looks like this is our other one forter. So I think from here on it's just going to be, because 2 is also a one forter, I believe. So that's both of our one forters are gone. Just 2s and 1-3 left. And Stewie catching up there.
Yeah, he really made back a lot of time. They're only like maybe 10 seconds apart now.
Well, actually, still a level ahead too. Just noticed that he didn't do the other level yet, so there is still a level disparity here. But honestly, not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. Like, anything can happen in Rando, and that's kind of the best part of it.
Yeah, it's still very early on in the seed. There's a lot that could still happen.
Oh, 100%. Like, we haven't seen Pipeland. We still have World 8. And honestly, World 6 can be a little troubling at times. It really depends on what kind of layout we're gonna have.
I mean, you can even be in the lead by maybe 3.5 levels and then still have some bad routing in World 8.
Mm-hmm. Alright, now Stewie finding his way to the proper pipe to go take down Wendy. And we'll see, what does Peach give? Just a leaf. Yeah, not too great at pipes there in World 4, but it is something.
Yeah, I tend not to worry about playing too many levels if I know it's just going to be a linear path anyway.
Mm-hmm.
May as well just enjoy the ride.
Now, I just realized I might actually have been wrong. 2 might have actually had 2 forts.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell with that pipe transition.
Yeah. Because it's, now that I look at 4, it almost looks like 4 is going to be one of our 1-forters. And we do know that 3 was definitely just a 1-forter. Yeah. So I think 2 actually had 2 forts, and Dust confirming that. So that was just a really lucky play that that fort in particular, or... Oh, that's right, no, they did fight the first fort, because it had the, it was blocking the pipe.
So classic Stewie going for the 69 coins on the coin ship.
Chat saying that 3 had 2 forts. If 3 had 2 forts, I didn't think I was that blind. And a very excellent Muncher run there by THM.
Yep, very clean playthrough.
Stewie opting just to fly over this level.
Yeah, and that saves a huge amount of time too.
Oh,
Swimming
definitely.
Swimming is so slow.
Yeah, that's a huge time save right there. So now basically just with Muncher Run and a bro between them, like he's catching up quite a bit.
Yeah, and Stewie encountered Ford Knox when he was getting out of World 5, so he knows he can use his leaves and P-wings at his leisure now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No need to worry about that. So that ended up being some really good good knowledge for him. And another fantastic Muncher run. Ooh, and a hammer there on one of the bros. So that would be very helpful, most likely for World 6.
Alright, Stewie getting that same hammer.
Getting the mass jump as well on THM's side. Absolutely fantastic.
I don't think I've seen anybody do the World 2 airship wall jump like that. That's very impressive.
I've only ever seen attempts to it. I've never seen it actually done. Oh, and Stewie unfortunately grabbing the power-up, losing it immediately. Oh, but gets the very excellent transition, I believe. That's one of his signature moves there.
Yes, the pipe clip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just in time for World 6, so we'll see if maybe that hammer actually can come into play. But not before Alcatraz. With plans.
Friends 7-5. Oh, nice.
Yeah, but deciding just to clip through it, not interested. You know, that's honestly a very beautiful way of doing it. Unfortunately, not getting the first initial jump, but that's okay.
Ooh, that mean Patooey.
Yeah, 7-5 with plants is not the friendliest of levels.
And you
But
get to,
after a couple absolutely wonderful clips there, 7-5, not even a problem.
and yeah, he had a 276 exit pipe, which is really, really good for not doing P-Wing strats.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and another long level, or typically long level if you're.
Speaking of levels that are at least 40 seconds.
Yep. But thankfully for THM, he's got the fork, so he can check out the other side, and hopefully it's gonna be something better for him.
Not that much better time-wise, but a little bit more comfortable.
And unfortunately, not the best use of a P-Wing. Yeah, and Stewie there, finding the plants, gonna definitely come back in with a very much different power up. Opting to do the P-Wing strats.
Oh, and he got the clip.
Oh,
yeah,
unfortunately loses that tail.
Yeah, just by being able to skip those two pipe transitions, he saves about 7 seconds, and that's pretty commonplace in the traditional 100% route.
Ooh, almost gets that clip. Gonna go for a second try here. And we'll see what the bro is here. Just a star.
Yeah, I guess one last thing I'll say about that clip is that it's very generous in terms of which subpixels will work. Like, out of a possible 16 subpixels, only 2 of them do not work, so you have a very good chance of getting it. It's just a matter of just jumping at the right spot.
Mm-hmm.
And thankfully there is a visual cue for it.
We got THM here on the coin ship. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, that is not what you want to have happen. Valkyrie just not interested in what Stewie is doing at all. And hopefully that Stewie won't respawn. I have seen them respawn sometimes and just make days miserable. There we go. THM finishing up Forgettable for it.
Stewie's taking a death sing if he can get a faster level in the fork, and I think he's going to be a little disappointed.
Yeah, unfortunately, both sides not the greatest. Yeah, I think he's gonna have better luck on the other side. THM heading into the airship. I'm getting some very excellent P-speed early on.
Yeah, getting an early P-speed and just being able to carry with like minimal rubs and crossovers, that can save about 1 second over the more traditional strats. So very, very clean execution on his end.
Oh, definitely. And taking him out. Just a one-hitter. Couple fireballs in there, but nothing too bad. Yeah, unfortunately, that 7-5 kind of really costed Stewie. And not so much just in execution, but just in how well THM was able to go through it. Like,
Yeah, he got really lucky with a lot of those first try clips as well.
mm-hmm. Ooh, and an interesting World 1 layout here. And
Ooh.
8-1 being 8-1.
I've never seen anyone do one like that before, but I can't really argue with the results now, can you?
Yeah, no, that was very interesting. It was such a fun bounce.
I didn't even know you could make it over those pipes when you get the P-speed and jump in that position that he was in.
I'm gonna be honest with you, after the first bump, I actually thought he was gonna go right into the pit. Ooh, and taking the top route here on the Bowser ship, on the tank. And just a two-hitter. Ooh, and that does open that up, so he doesn't have to take the long way, missing one level. Stewie getting some excellent P-speed here.
Yeah, very
Getting
clean.
in nice and clean.
And he too will be able to get the fire kill on Lemmy, or just one and done.
Yeah, no, he was just a one-hitter. It was nice and easy. And hopefully here on THM side, we'll actually see what this item is. I'm always very curious what's in one for it. And it's a leaf. Definitely a lot of leaves, a lot of P-wings, and a lot of stars so far.
Yeah, not ideal, but not the worst thing either. Stewie remembering that he can't break blocks with that hammer.
Yeah, I think unfortunately from here, I don't think there's really any situation that Hammer's really going to be that useful in. Oh, unfortunately, does not duck in time, is now at the mercy of the Hotfoot. Oh,
Fire Snake being at the most inopportune place.
oh, and just like a really poor jump on its part too, where it decides to jump high instead of jumping low, where he can get over top of it. Yeah, and thankfully getting that refresh there, not having to worry about losing the power up, just kind of just gets to keep going. Oh, and now the Fire Snake's not even there.
Yeah, there must have been too many things loaded on screen, so we must have despawned as a result.
Yeah, I think because of the bullet bills there.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I just realized Blink and I think 7 we've missed it. THM here in Bowser's bathtub. Unfortunately, I'm rolling a invalid seed as per usual. It's so funny, as we've been playing so much open world, I'm always expecting the runners just to transform into a frog mid level.
Yes, I remember that. That was fun.
Yeah, that 7 looked very free. Didn't quite catch it in the beginning because we were watching 8-1 on Stewie's side, but Ooh, and a cloud. Very nice.
I think that's our first cloud that we've seen so far.
I believe so.
Wolf 5 airship is probably one of my favorite airships to get P-speed on.
It's very satisfying. It's just a nice, easy, good feeling.
Like, you have just the right amount of running space in order to get the P-speed, and then just all the jumps just connect.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I just realized that 7 was 7, so, as we head into World 8, how many bridges?
I'm gonna go with my usual 2.
Okay. I'm gonna hope for 4, but I'm predicting just 1. I haven't brought my my usual unfairness to the seed, so I can't imagine that I can see a 4-bridger today. Oh wow, 3! They had 3 clouds. So I think we had missed some clouds from the Peach Letters.
And also, if we do end up getting a 4-bridger, I'm more than happy to be wrong.
I'm always hoping. I'm always hoping. THM finishing up the elevator for it. Not a single problem. And yeah, 2 clouds off the bat, got the fort done, not even worried about coming back to that first area. And still has a 3rd one, and we see 2 locks immediately, so it's definitely not a 4-bridger.
See that TrueHyper took a couple extra seconds just to look at that hand bridge setup.
Mm-hmm.
Reading the room.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pipes in the dark world, so it really starts to think like, yeah, like where are some of these pipes going? Like how long is it gonna take to get to Bowser's Keep? Just sort of going through pipes with how many there are. There's gonna be a lot of redundancy.
Yes. And at this point, like, both of the runners have a couple fire flowers and leaves and stars at their disposal. Plus, they both have Kingslayers for Bowser. So at this point, it's not even worth going for power ups anymore. Just damage boost if you happen to have it. Just keep going forward.
Yep. Yeah, interesting that he took that that fort there. So I think he was thinking maybe if nothing breaks, he would know that for sure if there's a bridge, it's made.
Yeah, if there's one thing as time-consuming as just playing an extra level, it's having to do all the backtracks in case you're wrong when you do the exploring.
Mm-hmm. We got some very enjoyable P-speed in the spike area and 2 for it. Ooh, and another lock.
Is this going to be the vanilla pipe to Bowser? It is!
Yes, it is, and no bridges. So, Kingslayer in hand, heading off. Ooh, does not get the first clip there. Does get the other one. Skipping right over all of the disco waffles. Not a single worry here. Ooh, do have a bouncer though, so unfortunately, you know, the Boo is not too happy he's sneaking in. Alright, an excellent clip right into Bowser.
Second try, nothing wrong with that.
Yep. Not a single problem with that.
I see THM was trying to go for the Danny P Speed Classic. Try to snipe him when he's already in midair.
But a very, very quick takedown. THM will be finishing up first.
Yeah, congratulations THM on the first race. Everybody get your
Yeah.
GGs out for him.
Yeah, an official race time, 32 minutes, 36 seconds. So big GGs. So yes, a very strong start.
And I see Dust Minion in chat. And to think he wanted to retire. I had no idea that there was any intentions of that.
Stewie looking around for the proper pipe. We'll be very interested to see if he skips. Oh, yep.
Yeah,
So he
no Air
skipped
Force today.
the Air Force there, and that definitely could work in his favor if he does go and check where that lock breaks. So definitely not too far behind. Like all things considered, with all the with all the things that happened, still coming in strong. I think it's definitely a good, this is really a good show of, like, why these are some of the best runners right now. Is just, you know, we can say, like, sure, here's a mistake here and there. But I think, you know, 80% of the community, if they try to do similar things, would be, you know, 10, 15 minutes, slower.
Yeah, when you look at a lot of the deaths that either of them took, it's things that just could have happened to anybody. It's like they had the right idea, they had the right conception for the P-Speed strats, and then just either there was a dropped input or they just had a really unlucky enemy pull.
Well, because we've seen a lot of the RNG KOs. We've seen the you know, or early on, like ones that are more chosen. Like, hey, I made a mistake. I'm just gonna go quickly hop out. Or hey, I don't like this level. Let's just try another one. Right? It's we don't see a lot of the silly mistakes. It's a lot of just, yeah, like as you said, these ones that can happen to anyone.
It certainly happened to me plenty of times in practice as well, and in races, so.
Yeah, and get your GGs out here for Stewie, finishing up with an official race time, 35 minutes, 51 seconds.
Very nicely done, GG Stewie.
Pardon me, sorry. Yeah, 51 seconds. We have it on screen with 35:44. So I believe it just took a little bit longer for him to hit that dot done. But absolutely wonderful first game from both of these runners. We're gonna hop out and prepare for game 2. So stick around, grab something to drink, use the washroom, and we will be back.
Stay tuned, everybody. All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome back. For those who are just joining us, we are doing Game 2 of the Speedgaming Live 2024 online Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer tournament, and we have a match between TrueHyperMario and Stewie Cartman. We've seen a lot of interesting shenanigans in our first seed. So if Stewie is able to win this one, he'll be able to force a Game 3, thus continuing the entertainment for us. I'm Teeks88, and joining me in the commentators booth is Pleco. How's it going?
Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm excited for game 2. I want to, see Stewie come back. Maybe take game 2, so we'll get a game 3. I think it's going to be very hard for THM to match what he just did in the previous game, and like most rando games, I think this is truly anyone's game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be a lot more linear considering once again we will be departing from the open world format, so everybody's more or less going to be continuing along the same trajectory. And once again, it is worth noting that THM and Stewie are both really experienced vanilla SMB3 runners in general, and a lot of their skills have demonstrably carried over in Rando. So yeah, I've had a chance to know both of these runners for a good number of years. They're both really talented and really skilled at what they do, and I know that they're going to give us a really exciting game too. So let's see what this has to offer.
Yeah, and as Dust says in the chat, even if Stewie falls, there is still the loser's bracket. This is double elimination, so... Yeah, and what a start with World 4, those awkward locks. Hammers flying everywhere. And a P-Wing to start us off. And starting off again with a hand stage. Stewie, unfortunately, getting a little too close there to the sumo bro. And THM heading into the fort of love and happiness.
Happy named too by the one and only Krista Joy.
Oh, and a hammer. Stewie grabbing a hammer from the hand stage. Ooh, and the fire bro giving a little bit of trouble, but grabbing that P-Wing. So interesting divergence, and 7-5 is found, and it is on fire. Stewie wants nothing to do with that one.
Or maybe he does want something to do with it, but only on his terms.
Interesting. Yeah, definitely easier on your own terms. Yeah, hopefully we won't have too much of an issue here.
Yeah, I think Stewie was trying to go for that Koopa shell so we can knock out the stuff on the bottom section, but that Fire Snake wasn't having any of it.
Yeah, no. But getting some good tail smacks, so nothing to worry about over there.
Yep, and so long as he keeps it past the wall, he'll be able to bypass doing any bridge building, so definitely what you like to see.
Ooh, and getting a little nibble there from the from the cheap. But THM will be very happy with what he finds at the end of this level, because we now know these are all hammers.
Yeah, we saw hand 1 right at the beginning too, so we'll see if he goes for that as well. Yeah, so far I think Stewie was the only one that spotted it too.
Yes. Yeah, and we're still not really sure which forts of these two far ones are actually going to be the answer. So this could be a really good gamble for Stewie, or he might actually have to go back through and do a couple forts.
It's also worth a reminder that hammers do not break locks, so you know, whether or not they'll actually be able to use it in a meaningful way was still yet to be decided.
Yes. And the answer was found, so Stewie is in first, into the, going to this airship. And, yeah, THM having a little bit of, slow down there, having to have done the extra fort and having to do the pipe transition. So definitely a lead. So we'll see what this first Peach letter gives us. We're gonna have something good, or are we gonna have oops all hammers and ooh, getting the Kingslayer.
Second time in a row, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we see immediately that, you know, even though hammers in theory work here, no double hammer play is required, and I don't even believe they even have, two hammers, because I believe each of them did one hand stage each. Ooh, and THM taking that lead right back, just having the P-Wing ready, hopping right in, Stewie having to jump out and grab one. So just another show of what happens with Rando is it's so easy for things to just shift just like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, and hopping in here to Forgettable Fort. Ooh, with the Disco Waffles, not too interested in what THM is doing, giving a little bit of resistance.
Alright, so there's about a 19-second gap between the two racers and their completion times on Fort Knox.
Yeah, it looks like Stewie will have a bit of a better time there with the Disco Waffles, not having to worry too much.
Yeah, whenever you're running with P-Speed in 5F1, you never want the second Disco Waffle to go clockwise, because it goes in your path.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that very narrow gap between you and the Thwomp too.
Ooh, we'll see if either THM or Stewie goes for the item up here. I believe it's always slower, but you know, who's gonna argue with an early item? And it looks like they're both doing it. So we'll see if this is anything good or if we're just gonna have a music box. And yes, as Dust mentions, Stewie did fight that bro already, so the difference is not actually that much, and we have our first anchor. And interestingly enough, technically Stewie might have taken the lead here, not having to worry about that coin ship. Now having a little bit more information than THM.
Yeah, just like
And
that, he took it back, because, I mean, getting an extra star from that coin ship is nothing really all that consequential.
Yeah, no, that's a nice, easy one to skip over. Of course, Stewie doesn't know that, but has taken the gamble, and it has paid off once more.
You'll love to see Quaking Wendy.
Yeah, that's, was that a 5-hitter Heavy Wendy?
I do believe it was.
Yeah. No, Heavy Wendy is always the best, because there's just so much less risk of her throwing out any more onion rings.
Yeah, just don't break that rhythm, or else they can get ugly really quickly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. It's kind of funny. You'd think, like, of all bosses, Wendy would be the one you wouldn't want heavy, but she really is so much easier. Ooh, and getting that cute suit, as Krista and Jade typically say. Seeing the window, and it does look like there was a bridge there in World 7, so one of those parts will need to be played. Ooh, unfortunately, getting shelled there, but does manage to get a power up back. So Stewie still doing pretty good.
Yeah, still incredibly close between them, and they both had the Fire Flower coming out of 2-1, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really just like seconds apart right now.
Nice getting that early PC with 2F. Ooh, getting really unlucky with those hot foot though.
Yeah, double hot foot. And just that damage really just like really changes the how close they are to each other, where, you know, like THM was a little bit further apart, those the damage just causing a little bit of slowdown enough on Stewie's side for him to catch up, but
Yeah, and because THM had that secondary power-up, he was able to damage boost over the spikes and get a 1 cycle, saving an extra few seconds.
Yeah, now basically just like neck and neck. Ooh, and the difference in pipes. So this is where it's gonna get really exciting for us. And looks like Stewie might have it. Yep, gets it. They both go to the same area, so not too much of a time loss there on THM's side, but
Ooh, just barely short of that jump. Like he had
no.
Like he generally had good height, but just went a smidge early.
Yeah, and sometimes that can happen. Just an easy misjudge sometimes, especially with the hot feet right at the end of that that donut bridge. I find, like, especially sometimes just doing that early jump.
Yeah, the hot feet are so much scarier in Randomizer because it's not immediately obvious whether like they follow the same logic as boos, where you can manipulate them, or if they're just gonna go rogue on you.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if I go over it, is it gonna follow me? Am I gonna make it?
Ooh, another hammer?
Stewie did the swag pipe clip in the Piranha level, and the level was already on its way to transitioning out, so that death didn't count for anything. So he had a nice little show-off moment there. Ooh, TrueHyper got it too.
And a 3-hitter Ludwig. Feeling pretty vanilla today. THM's got the cute suit on to fly right over the mast. Oh, misses the flight over the mast. Unfortunate. Yeah, so Stewie will still keep that lead heading into the next world, our 4th world here.
Alright, Peach, what do you got for us in the letter? And it is nothing. You get nothing.
Well, it is something. We just don't know what that is yet. And getting ourselves a beta level here. On fire, as always.
Yeah, it feels a really good power-up to have for the 1/6 beta, because those enemy sets are always going to be ugly, and it's almost always worthwhile just to damage boost and just go for a full jump right at the end.
Mm-hmm. Alright, the first level of the fork. It is 8-1. I feel like Stewie might be having some flashbacks to the previous scene.
Stewie has his fire flower now, so I think he's ready to take control of the situation. And...
Oh no!
Classic commentator's curse.
Yeah, it happens every time. And THM deciding to go down, so we'll see if he takes the bottom path fully. So we might actually have a completely different level, and we'll see if that's easier or harder. Definitely easier, but I think feels a little bit more time-consuming sometimes on this level.
Yeah, I think like a full run-through of this level in the vanilla is about 30 seconds, so there isn't really too much variation with the enemy sets. You still get to do the wall breaks the same way because the Buzzy Beetles are always in the same spot, so really the only time variance is just whatever you encounter on the stairs in the beginning.
Stewie making it through. THM finding out that, yep, yes indeed, there is a, there is a lock right before, the airship.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna mind too much if this is the only one he has to play left, considering, Navy's pretty fast.
Yeah, so just like that, a little bit of gambling, and THM actually just takes that lead right back. Yep, there it is. It's so wild in Rando. It's just how one gamble, one coin flip can just change everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and a very excellent fire takedown there for THM.
Yeah, I think that Stewie's really found his groove a lot more compared to game one now, and it really feels like he's shaking off a bit of the jitters. And
100%.
And just in terms of their execution, it's been very, very comparable between the two of them, and I think the only real time swings between them are just whatever bros and whatever levels they decided to play and not play.
Yep, sometimes, and even just the couple coin flips where they just have some divergence. And I believe that was a fire flower. I guess we'll see on Stewie's side. Uh-oh. This level. Getting Leaf, but unfortunately Leaf is not too useful underwater outside of just a little bit of damage boosting, but...
Yeah, I definitely would have taken that hit there. And yeah, he's far enough into the level where...
Oh no! Oh, and that is definitely not what you want to happen that late in the level.
Yeah, usually by the time you get to the those plants right at the end, if you take a death there, that's about a 40-second time loss.
Yeah, that is a very devastating time loss. Yeah, Stewie making it through nice and quickly. And sorry, I will just be right back a moment.
Sure thing. Alright, what do we have after 6-6? Alright, 6F1, and Stewie was fortunate enough to get a star right from the get-go, so didn't have to worry about damage boosting. He could run across that better spike and save another 10 seconds. And he actually went for that fire flower. More often than less, you see people just kind of skip over it, considering there's another power block right there. So, at the end of the day, can't really argue with the results. He still has his fire flower, Gets a nice clean kill on Boom Boom, and he's out of here. Ooh, it looks like following up with his unfortunate luck in hand 2 in game 1, getting sniped out by that Potapoop once again. We got a path that connects to the tower, and it brings him right to the end of the World 5 layout, so really, really generous setup there. And to be honest, I'm a little disappointed. I mean, this is a teak seed, and yeah, I mean, these map layouts have been pretty nice of them, so really coping and hoping that we can ante it up a little bit towards the latter half. Looks like THM took that intentional death there on that pipe transition just to get a glimpse of what the sky layout was going to be, and I think he's pleasantly surprised. Also, shout out to 5-3 Beta, aka the worst beta next to Atlantis. Yeah, that was a good call using that Fire Flower. I mean, he still has the Kingslayer for Bowser, so definitely a really ugly level to be dealing with a bunch of bloopers in that narrow passageway. Never know what's gonna be above and below you too, right as soon as you enter the water. So good to have that little bit of reinforcement. Oh yeah, that's a very good point too. From Dustminion and Marky Mark, TH's Emmets at 1 life away from a game over. So, I mean, for what it's worth, he does have the option of resetting his lives as soon as he enters the next world, but yeah, don't let Roy give you any trouble, so fingers crossed. Alright, and from the Peach Letter, we have an anchor on Stewie's side, so it'll be interesting to see what that potentially yields for him. He's going to try messing around with it. I mean, he's on a pretty linear path with at least 3 levels ahead of him, so might not be the worst idea just to see if that could potentially be a cloud. Alright, and with that being said, THM is going to be joining Stewie in the next world.
And sorry about that, I am back.
Okay, welcome back.
Looks like I just joined in as THM is finishing up, although on 0 lives, interestingly enough.
Yeah, we had a bit of a death in the 5-3 beta, and I know he took an intentional one on the pipe transition just to see what the sky layout was going to be.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ooh, and THM is going to go for the icebreaker.
Oh my gosh, and he takes it!
Just like that, being 2 deaths behind, and just like that, he caught up.
Oh my goodness. I was just about to comment how Stewie's doing kind of the rap voice style here. THM just says, hey, you know what? Not even interested.
That's why you don't sleep on rando races in general, and definitely don't sleep on these 2 runners.
Oh, for sure. It's still interesting, like, Stewie's still technically in the lead here just because of having the, this airship, completed, but, or sorry, Air Force done and completed, but, it's just so wild how, just how quick that level was for him. And just kind of, like...
I disagree with that hitbox, the way Stewie stomped the far right end of that Goomba. Like, he clearly stomped him, and then just like, what hit him?
I'm not too sure. I've been finding a lot of those large hitboxes just tend to just be so weird.
They really are. It's amazing. I've been running this game for over 6 years, and I still manage to learn new things.
Ooh, yeah, and definitely easy pipe here. Ooh, and everyone's favorite level 5, 9 returns.
That one you can blame on me, and I know that Stewie will have some words later. And I know that both of these gentlemen were in the chat yesterday when just exchanging some heaps of praise for the random seeds that I tend to roll. So I figured tonight would be a good opportunity to give them the real deal. You know, just some personal courtesy, just being a pal.
Now, interestingly here, THM decided, instead of going through the pipe, decides to use his hammer and finds himself a cloud. So right as Stewie finishes up this level, THM has already clouded over it. And again, just like that, THM takes the lead back as Stewie grabs the cloud right after.
This has been one wild ride, I gotta say.
This is one of those games that you definitely want to have a Game 3 for, just to see more of this.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, Stewie's almost at the fight, so it's close enough where we might still actually get that.
Yeah, and I mean, like, and as chat's saying too, like, now Stewie has the cloud for later. So I mean, like, we could see a very, very good blind cloud situation. We could see maybe 7-5. Oh shoot, did we see 7-5 already? In game 2?
I don't think so.
we have. So, you know, 7F2 could come, or 7F2, pardon me, 7-5 could come back, and he could cloud over that.
Oh wait, I think we did see 7-5. I remember one of them had P-Wing strats.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Ooh.
I can't tell if that was intentional, Lauren. Oh, maybe it was.
Might have been. Oh yeah, because he went up, so... Well, you know, he has to go up because of the positioning.
Oh yeah, and being small gives them a good subpixel setup for the wall jump as well, so might have actually been strategic. I like that.
Yeah, because trying to do that as a with a power up or even just Big Mario, I believe, is what, frame perfect. Unless, of course, you have the P-wing like Stewie is showing off.
Yeah, I know that there's more subpixels available to you in order to get the wall jump when you're small, and it becomes a 2-frame window.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with Big Mario, it's single frame.
So I think we're about to see another potential coin flip here, and yeah, THM immediately sees there is no need to do that for it whatsoever. Yeah, and we're back here to Bowser's bathtub. Yeah, and Stewie unfortunately will make the same mistake that that THM did.
Yeah, I wasn't really able to catch how TrueHyperMario was able to get that 6.3p speed. I don't know if he was able to get a couple more frames on his timer from damage boost, or if he just had a really good frame roll landing on one of those platforms.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
I know it's not impossible, but it's definitely hard if you're not maximizing your running space.
And another hammer, or pardon me, hand stage, not a hammer stage. And I believe that'll be another hammer that he definitely cannot use heading into World 8.
See, Bucko, you weren't wrong. It is a hammer stage.
That's true. That is true. It is a hammer stage, in a way. Ooh, not getting that that tail flick, unfortunately. Yeah, And the Goombas are definitely huggers in this stage here. And unfortunately, just a mushroom, I believe. Okay, yeah, he just had it late. And there's the blind cloud, which that just puts Stewie in the lead.
Yep, indeed.
Copy that back once more, pardon me.
Yeah, sure thing. Alright, Stewie has a slight advantage going onto the World 7 airship. He's further along as he builds P-speed, and oh no! He just shorts his jump. This isn't deliberate commentator curse. I'm not doing this on purpose. And because he burned his cloud, he has to play 4-1 now. Oh, that is rough. Alright, meanwhile, yeah, THM is wrapping up Larry and is going to be the first one into World 8. So get your guesses in chat, everybody. How many bridges are we going to see? I know I always guess 2, but we're always hoping and praying for a potential 4. Alright, we see Jade with 4, we see Torstall with -1 and 1. Got a couple 2s as well. Dust Minion with 3. Candy Duality 3. Alright, let's see. Alright, since I did roll the seed, let's see if I delivered the goods. Alright, the 4 bridges dreams are cancelled immediately. And right out of the gates we have the Gatekeeper Fort, as it's been dubbed, 8F. And THM is already equipped with his Fire Flowers, so we'll see if he can get that early conveyor P-speed, which looked like he almost had it. Just a couple frames away from that full build, but that's alright. Can he still get the 1 cycle, though? Yep, and he enters the door on that far left-hand side of the door, so he's able to save a couple frames getting in, and he just barely makes it. So very nicely done on his end. Alright, next up on the chopping block we have a Super Tank, so we're already on the first screen and already down 2 forts. And it's pretty linear so far, so we'll see if there's going to be any route divergence that could potentially allow Stewie to catch up from that little incident there. Or the next pipe over could be, in fact, be Bowser. Alright, Stewie getting the 1 cycle as well. You'd love to see that. Ooh, we're down 1 bridge. Alright, so the scavenger hunt begins. The 50-50 begins. Yeah, it seems only logical to see what could potentially be right in front of you. We'll see if Stewie does the Air Force as well, or if he's going to take a bit of a gamble. For F1, not the most pleasant thing you like to see towards the end of the rando seed, but TrueHyper does a really good job of handling it, in spite of the fact that he's kind of limited on power-ups going into it, so very nicely done. Alright, so the elbow is unlocked. Are we going to chase down that path, or maybe enter the dark room? Oh, hold. Alright, we are in the dark room. It's like they're both taking the pretty identical route right now. Which, you can't really blame them for, given what the layout is. Alright, we gonna have a couple more levels to play, but yeah, it looks like this is the only way to go. Only way is up as soon as you get to the dark room. Alright, so THM just making it out of 3-2. Stewie not too far behind. Takes a bit of a fall, but he's able to get a nice recovery. All right. Again, they're still playing more or less the same route. As Dust Minion pointed out, Stewie had a little bit of cleaner routing getting to that point. Yeah, they're about a level, half a level behind still. And yeah, they've already played quite a bit in this World 8, so he's pretty much running out of time here.
Hmm. Have we seen how many bridges at all? Are we assuming that it's all locks?
We did see the Valley, and it is one bridge.
One bridge.
And 6F2 happened to be the answer. So THM is in fact in the driver's seat.
Kingslayer in hand. Both these runners here in Bowser's Keep. Getting the clip. Stewie opting just to run through, which arguably is often the quicker route, although very much unsafe.
Yeah, he almost made that comeback, but unfortunately that death he took on the airship is pretty much what cost him. But considering the margin of time that that they're both finishing, he could have won this.
Oh, 100%. But wow, yes, get your GGs in chat for both of these runners. THM finishing up 35 minutes, 27 seconds. And Stewie finishing up 35 minutes, 34 seconds.
Yeah, this was without a doubt a really incredible race, and I really hope that they're both proud, because this has been really impressive and really entertaining to watch. Not just for us, but for chat as well. So I'm really excited to see what their thoughts are on this. So we'll see if we can get them in here.
Yeah, 100%. And also, I believe too that means that THM will be moving on to face you.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting because I've had SMB3 races, not necessarily with Rando, but also in like other vanilla categories as well, with a significant portion of the Finnish side of the community. But I've never had a one-on-one with TrueHyperMario before, so this is actually going to be a first.
Interesting. Yeah, so we'll see if these runners are able to pop in for our post-game interview. Looks like both runners will be heading in. Welcome in, GG's Stewie. And as well, GG's THM. Welcome in, you dear.
Yes, GG. Yo, what? By 7 seconds, are you kidding me?
Yeah, we have quite a lot to talk about between these two seeds, so yeah, I don't know exactly where we want to begin, but I'm anxious to hear what the initial impressions are.
Hyper, I'm just gonna say right now, I would have won game 2 if I didn't die in the World 7 airship.
We were just talking about that a couple seconds ago.
And honestly, that death wouldn't have killed me if the Hammer Bro didn't cross over the 1-6 tile.
Mm.
That's what screwed me right there. As soon as that Hammer Bro crossed over, I'm like, I'm gonna get screwed here. I know it. And then since that death put me back even further, like I knew right away right there.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell what happened with that World 7 airship. It's like
I just shorted the jump.
Yeah, it looked like you released a little bit too early. It's alright. I've certainly had my share of issues like that before, but considering the margin that you both finished, that definitely could have turned things around without a doubt. You both played a very identical World 8. I think that Stewie's routing was a little bit cleaner, but you both essentially played the same levels and forts. I mean, it was a pretty linear path to Bowser, and I think it became pretty obvious what was going to open up that bridge.
Okay, about that seed 1, I have one question.
Yes.
Where were all the clouds during the whole run?
I only got one cloud, and I blew it in the World 1 map.
In seed 1, at the end,
Oh, in
I
game
got
2, I only got
3.
one cloud.
Oh
wait,
in game 1.
In game 3, or game 1, yeah, I got 3 clouds too.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I thought they were from Peach. Peach
I think they were all
items.
peach letters, yeah. Oh wait, no.
One of them was from.
I think I
Upper-
got one from Hammer Bro. Everything else was a peach letter.
Oh, I thought one was at the Piranha stage.
Yes.
Oh wait, no, yes, that's where the other one was. No, you're right. That's right.
Well, they came up pretty handy in World 8. You can skip the level, play the fort, and skip the other level and go to the pipe.
So, Hyper, one other thing I wanted to ask you, did you have a cloud for World 2 map in Game 2?
Yes.
So I'm guessing you clouded 5-9.
Yep, I went for 5-9,
So,
took an intentional death, but
so
I had 0 lives, so I had to take intentional game over.
the bro in World 2 that's normally a hammer, he was in his favorite spot underneath the castle. So once I saw that the pyramid, where the pyramid normally is 5-9, I played it. And then I'm telling myself right away, that hammer bro is going to have a cloud. And I know it. Without even hesitating, I play the bro, I see the cloud, and I'm like, are you blanking kidding me?
Well, I got the cloud right before 5-9. But yeah, I was struggling. I think the World 5, the Sky, I had 0 lives when I entered the 5.3 beta. But then I decided to play aggressive, and then World 2, the desert came. I played 5-6-5. Did a clip in first try.
Nice.
Then I noticed, oh god, dang it!
Did you pick the wrong fort too right away?
No, I played the fort because it was blocking the way. There was a lock.
Yeah, I want to make a note about...
I'm thinking of a different map.
Yeah, I wanted to make a note
and
about
game two. I mean game 2. And that
It was the World 1 map in Game 2 where you had the 2 forts and...
Yeah, I went for the wrong fort, but took an intentional death.
Okay, so we both did the same thing.
Oh yeah, and the World 6 didn't even go for the fort on his original spot right at the start of World 6. Fought the hammer bro, used the hammer, and took a gamble, went for the fort right at the start. I went right for it, and it was the answer.
Just unfortunately, because we have to move along for another event, I had a couple questions just related to how you guys are feeling on the next game. So Stewie, you'll be heading to the unfortunately named losers bracket to have a second chance at still going for the full thing. Thanks to double elimination. How are you feeling about that?
Not exactly the start I wanted, but it's not over yet.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
And THM, how are you feeling about going up against Teeks?
About time. I always wanted to race against Teeks, and now I get a chance. Finally.
Likewise, it's incredible. It's like we've been in the community for a good 3 or 4 years now, and it's like I've had the opportunity to race a significant portion of the Finnish community, but I've never had a one-on-one with you in any circumstance. So
Hey,
this is fun. I'm excited.
Yep. But it's not over. I'm not the only Finn here, since a winner of our race will face Yoku or Japesu.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's true.
And they both are like the previous Challenge Cup champions. Yoku won this year, and Japesu won 2022, I think.
Got the whole gauntlet going. I love it.
But yeah, we've got a lot of races lined up that are going to be some fantastic matchups coming our way. But yeah, since we have something else, kind of just gonna ask for some final quick thoughts before we pass this channel on.
Yeah, I guess for one quick thought, I just want to give a shout out to THM because he's the first one I've ever seen do the wall jump over the mast in the World 2 airship.
What? Really?
I've never seen anyone do it until now.
I've done that.
I've done that a bunch of times.
I've done that too.
That's like a walk in the park for me and Japezu. We're always doing that. But yeah, I feel good. I'm a little bit tired. It's 4:34 a.m. here, but looking forward to race against you, Teeks.
Yeah, likewise. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And good luck to both of you guys in your upcoming matches, and to everybody else as well. Speaking of which, we have a couple more lined up. I know that Marky Mark is also going to be facing Jade, and I think they're both in chat as we speak. And also looking forward to Mini Guy and High Flyer as well. So definitely stay tuned for those to keep taking a look at the schedule. We have a lot more fun stuff lined up for you guys.
Well, Teeks, if you want, we can cause some chaos tomorrow because I just signed up for comms for Midi and Flyer.
Actually, I just signed up too.
All right.
I'll leave it to you guys then.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, runners, and thank you so much, Teeks, for joining me in the booth. This was absolutely wonderful, but we do unfortunately have to leave for the next event. So, if you're interested, please stay tuned. Fred is actually the creator of the Mario Randomizer for us, so if you want to watch the creator play something else that's also very cool, please stick around. But yeah, thank you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow for more Mario Rando.
Sounds great. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.